Have you ever wondered what idiomatic expressions are? Let's unravel this linguistic phenomenon. Simply put, idiomatic expressions are phrases or sentences whose meaning can't be deduced from their individual words. For instance, "It's raining cats and dogs" does not imply pets tumbling from the sky, but rather it's a metaphor for heavy rainfall. These expressions, unique to each language, add nuances to our dialogues. They may appear strange initially, but are vital linguistic tools, expressing intricate ideas and sentiments in a distinctively human manner. Idiomatic expressions are linguistic enigmas, mystifying yet enriching our language. They are the uncut diamonds of language, raw yet valuable, reflecting cultural idioms and sayings. They are the threads that weave the rich, colorful tapestry of our conversations, painting vivid pictures with words. Our ability to communicate effectively is enhanced by these expressions. So if you've ever been puzzled by phrases that don't make sense when translated word for word, you've encountered an idiomatic expression. Why should we bother about idiomatic expressions, you might ask? Idiomatic expressions, often overlooked, are the vibrant hues adding depth to language. They help us paint distinct mental images, bringing mundane communication to life. Consider the difference between "I'm very happy" and "I'm on cloud nine." The latter conveys the intensity of happiness in a more captivating way. Beyond adding color, idioms are crucial for grasping daily conversations. They are frequently used, so unfamiliarity can lead to confusion. They also play a significant role in literature and media, used by authors and screenwriters to create realistic narratives. They are a gateway to understanding a culture's unique viewpoint, having roots in history and culture. For instance, "Don't judge a book by its cover" reflects society's emphasis on not judging by appearances. For non-native speakers, idioms can enhance fluency. So, idiomatic expressions not only enrich our language, but they also serve as a key to understanding a culture's unique perspective. Now let's dive into some examples of idiomatic expressions. We'll start with "break a leg," a theatrical term of wishing good luck without actually uttering the phrase. Its alternate can be quite befuddling if you think of it literally. Moving forward, "bite the bullet" is an idiom that encourages facing adversity with bravery, deriving from historical medical practices. Another phrase, "kick the bucket," although sounding playful, signifies someone's demise. On a brighter note, "the ball is in your court" signifies it's your turn to act. "Beat around the bush," unlike its literal painting, means avoiding the main point. "Burning the midnight oil" is a nod to times before electricity, signifying working late, while "let the cat out of the bag" means to unveil a secret. Lastly, "when pigs fly" is a whimsical way of expressing improbability. As you can see, idiomatic expressions can be quite colorful and interesting. While idiomatic expressions can be fun, they can also be a bit tricky. One common mistake is using the wrong preposition in an idiom. In idioms, prepositions like "in," "on," "at," and "from" often seem arbitrary, leading to errors. It's "at the end of the day," not "in the end of the day." Misunderstanding an idiom's meaning can also cause confusion. Instance, "kick the bucket" is a colloquial way to say someone has passed away, not literally kicking a bucket. Bucket. Using idioms in inappropriate situations is another pitfall. They might not always fit in every context, like in a formal business meeting. One more mistake is using idioms too frequently, making the speech or writing confusing. It's like adding too much spice to a dish. A little can enhance the flavor, but too much can overpower it. Lastly, avoid mixing idioms to create hybrid expressions. For example, "pulling the midnight oil" is a blend of "burning the midnight oil" and "pulling an all-nighter," leading to confusion. Remember, practice makes perfect when it comes to mastering idiomatic expressions. So keep learning, keep practicing, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we grow and improve. One day, idiomatic expressions might be your cup of tea. So, how can we get better at understanding and using idiomatic expressions? Let's dive into some essentials. It's all about practice, context, and creativity. The first step is to study idioms in context. For example, "kick the bucket" doesn't mean literally kicking a pail, but someone passing away. To grasp the meaning, it's best to observe it used in a sentence. Reading books, watching movies, listening to songs in English can expose you to idiomatic expressions. Make a note of them as you come across them. The next step is practice. Use them in your daily conversations. Try to incorporate an idiom in your chats with friends. The more you use them, the more natural they feel. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes. Use resources like idiom dictionaries to help you understand idioms better. Group idioms together based on common themes or keywords. This method helps visual learners to remember idioms better. Lastly, don't forget repetition. Review your list of idioms regularly, repeat them out loud, write them down. The you engage with an idiom, the more likely it sticks. Remember, learning idioms is not a race, it's a marathon. It needs patience and courage to step out of your comfort zone. If you don't understand an idiom right away or use one incorrectly, don't get discouraged. It's part of the learning process. With patience and practice, you can become proficient in using idiomatic expressions. So keep at it, and soon you'll be having the time of your life with idioms. Let's recap what we've learned today about idiomatic expressions. These vibrant elements of our language have a figurative meaning. They enliven our everyday dialogue and help us communicate complex ideas with a hint of cultural nuance, giving our speech a certain richness. They are the unique spice of any language. We've explored various examples like kick the bucket and under the weather. Each one, though initially perplexing, makes sense once the metaphor is understood. They showcase the creativity of English speakers across ages, yet idiomatic expressions can be complicated. Misinterpretations include taking them too literally or misplacing them contextually. Understanding their use is crucial. How to improve? We've suggested learning idioms in context and practicing them. Reading extensively and listening to native speakers can help. Don't fear making errors. It's part of the learning process. Idiomatic expressions are more than just eccentric phrases. They are a glimpse into the language's spirit and culture, adding vibrance and depth to our discourse. Remember, idiomatic expressions are a key part of mastering a language, so don't be afraid to dive in and start using them in your everyday conversations.